bicycle here. I don't know. Even though I know I'm gonna have just be in front of the camera for like 10 seconds for this intro, still gotta put on a shirt for you guys, cause fuck, I don't know, just gotta make myself look presentable to you. But anyway, I'm gonna teach you how to Loctite A Balisong. In specific, this is the Bradley Camira F5. I will do a first impressions video on it later. I would have done it with the unboxing, but I was in a rush today. So yeah, what you would need is some Loctite blue, because you know that's, if you get the red stuff, it's too strong, it's too permanent. Blue 242, and you'll also need the hey, where is it? You'll need the torque bit. Oh, there it is. I don't know what size this is yet, so we'll find out together. Nope. Surprisingly, yes. So you need the T9. Let me show you the current blade play. Let's see. Alright, good. Yeah, this is the current blade play, brand new. Very little. Yeah, I think I loosened it a little bit, that's why it's too much. Usually it's like that. But anyway, yeah, it's, you know, blade plays on the freaking Bradleys are so small, it's amazing. Okay, so there it is. What you want to do is take some Loctite. You want to take very little, very small amount, okay, very small, and just dab it right on there. So you have enough light, because I know GoPros are horrible in low light. There we go. Just dab it right on there. That was actually maybe a little too much. And now I'm not going to put it on, I'm just going to use this to spread it around. There we go. And from there, put it on. The worst things about Loctiting a Balisong is that it's hard to contain yourself. It's hard to like make yourself not actually play with the darn thing. So, I mean, that it is for me, because I just love flipping. Alright, because I don't want it too tight. The back does rotate sometimes, so I'll just lock it. And maybe I'll put some pressure on it, and yep, there we go. And let's see if it's too tight. Yep, that's a little too tight, so I'm gonna loosen it up. You wanna you wanna figure out the how tight and how loose it is at the beginning. You know, where it's still in liquid form. In liquid form, so you can still, you know, tighten and all that. And once it dries, it will make it nearly impossible for this to unscrew itself while flipping, or, you know, ever. So that's the whole purpose of Loctite. It's mainly for Balisongs, because that's the only kind of knife where the, you know, pivot area pivots a lot. Like I personally do not put Loctite on my Spyderco or my Cold Steel or none of that, because, you know, not really necessary. So right there. And because I just love flipping so much, and I just have to EDC this tomorrow, I'm going to just let it dry overnight, which I think is sufficient. Oh, oops. So it would be easier if I had pliers, but I don't want to scratch this. You know, it's all nice and high polish. And usually I don't like high polish, especially on bikes, but I guess in this case I do. I put, oh, see, damn it all. Fucking cunt pussies. Made a mess. Oh well. Alright, so I just tighten it in and put some pressure back here. Put some pressure back here so it won't, spin, and just get it in there. One thing I do like about these Chimera 5 is that it is sunk in. So you see that it's sunk in, it's flush kind of. So let's see, a little more, and let's see if this is good. Oh no. Let's see if we can maybe get rid of a little more play. A little less play. Yeah, that's a little too tight. Yeah, it's a little too tight. It is hard to unloosen it because the back does spin, and when I bought this, immediately when I unboxed it, I was like, shit, that's going to be hard to Loctite. But I saw Balisong Addict's video, and you have to put the lock on or just squeeze it so there's tension on it. I guess that does that no matter how loose I get it, so let's see if I get it super loose, where it's like that. Yeah, it still does that, so, I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong then. Tighten that back up. Right there. And I think that's good, and I'll just let it dry overnight, which is the hardest part. I seriously just want to keep flipping this, like just non-stop flipping it. But I gotta let it dry so I can flip it forever without ever having to worry if this is gonna loosen up on me. Right now I'm a little annoyed because this one's a little lower than this, so I'm just gonna see what's going on here. Yeah, it's too tight. Damn it, now that I noticed it, it's gonna bug me forever and ever. That looks pretty good. Damn, you see what I mean though? How this one's way sunk in and this one's barely sunk in. See what I mean? It's gonna bug me for a while. Ugh. Oh well. Happy I got a Balisong, so it's gonna be real hard on me not just flipping this right away. I just want to flip it right now and never put it down. Anyway, that's my how-to video on Loctite, how to Loctite a Balisong. You can use this for, and it's a thread locker. That's, for nuts and bolts. If you ever do need to unscrew these, just put them under a hairdryer. It'll just melt it back to a liquid form. Then you'll undry it or unscrew it, and that's it. So yeah, the instructions are blah blah blah, shake well, Product sets in 10 minutes and cures fully in 24 hours. Right there, number 4. I don't know if you can see that. Pause it right there. That's the whole blue Loctite stuff, and there you go.